Russia Interactions is the third of the 5 themes of geography readings on Russia. As before, you should review the text features, images, captions, and questions before you begin your reading. The 4 questions you will be answering today are: in what ways have Russians positively affected their environment? In what ways have Russians negatively impacted their environment? This is referring to the people interacting with their environment in positive and negative ways. In what ways does the Russian environment positively affect the Russian people? So now we're looking at the reverse of that. And then, in what ways does the Russian environment negatively impact or affect the Russian people? So we're looking at the impact that Russians have on their environment, both positive and negative, and how the environment affects the people in a positive and negative way. I have highlighted parts of the article that I think will help support your responses, but you may want to Google your answers when we're done. Five themes of geography, Russia interactions. Interactions between the people and the places in which they live are a key aspect in the study of geography. Human-environment interactions is the third theme of geography. How do Russians affect their environment? How does the environment affect the Russian people? Russians have negatively affected their environment in many ways. The amounts of pollutants that are released into the air are damaging the ecosystem. Factories and automobiles do not have the rigorous emissions controls that are required in America. Acid rain is destroying natural forests and damaging buildings. Another example of a negative effect on the environment is the nuclear disaster at Chernobyl in the 1980s. The nuclear radiation given off when the power plant experienced a malfunction affected humans, animals, and farmlands. Russians have positively affected their surroundings since the 1990s by reducing automobile emissions and working to reduce pollution from factories. The physical environment also affects the Russian people. Because of the severe, bitterly cold winters, the people have learned to adapt. Clothing and hats are made of warm furs. Homes are heated much of the year. Because much of the population in small villages is still agrarian or farm-related, the people have learned to work the land and produce the crops they need to survive. Fishing in the northern regions is another industry upon which the Russian people depend for food. Many Russians vacation in the warmer southern regions near the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. The area around Sochi, which features both mountains and seaside resorts, was shown off to the world during the 2014 Olympic Games. So now you need to respond to the 4 questions. There are many options for answers in the reading, and you can, of course, always Google additional responses. Good luck!